Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana, the site of Clash of the Champions 5 Fall Brawl. Josh with you. Sit back and enjoy the next 1 hour and 30 minutes of great wrestling action.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Medusa. And from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 233 pounds, the living legend.
Medusa did not miss her flight this evening. She is here to accompany Larry Zbyszko to the ring as he takes on Sam Houston in our opening bout. This is a grudge match. The two men wrestled a couple weeks ago. The match ended in a time limit draw. Last week we saw Zbyszko attack Sam Houston, and that has led to this rematch here this evening. Just last week Medusa missed her flight. She was not at ringside. She was not at ringside for that tag team match between Zbyszko ravishing Rick Rude as they took on Ron Simmons and this man right here, Sam Houston.
And his opponent from Texas, weighing in at 218 pounds, Sam Houston.
So far, their matches have ended in draws, both in singles action and in tag team warfare. Tonight, they are hoping to settle the score. What a grudge match this should be, and both men need a victory to move up the rankings in World Championship Wrestling. Zbyszko has the edge in the one-loss department. 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Sam Houston has 3 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Those are their records in singles action. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We have 5 title matches coming your way. Kicking off next, the TV title will be on the line. The champion, Dusty Rhodes, will take on the ex-champion. That match just signed earlier this week. You saw Anderson last week sneak attack Dusty Rhodes. The challenge was issued and accepted, and the match has been signed for tonight. Arn Anderson challenging Dusty Rhodes for the World TV title. Also tonight, the Midnight Express, Stan Lane and Beautiful Bobby Eaton will take on the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Rick Steiner and Eddie Gilbert. There's the bell. The referee for tonight's matches, Bill Scott. 15-minute time limit in this one. No one in the corner of Sam Houston. Will that come into play here tonight between these two great wrestlers? Medusa backing up Larry Zbyszko. No word yet on whether or not Rick Rude is in the stable, or if there's any kind of stable at all with Medusa. Has she formed a stable? We don't know. We do know that she is the manager of Larry Zbyszko. Sam Houston from behind cradles Zbyszko. Beautiful suplex, has the man pinned. Great wrestling move, but gets just a 1 count. A quick kick out there by Larry Zbyszko. A knee right to the face. And Sam Houston now on the offense, taking it to the living legend. Also tonight, the U.S. title on the line. Barry Windham was not happy about that loss to Sting, and he has demanded a rematch. U.S. title on the line. He'll take on Sting. Also for the World Tag Team titles, the Long Riders Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin will challenge the champions, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Knee right to the kisser. Good slip behind by the living legend. Waist lock, belly-to-belly suplex by the legend. Speaking of the belly-to-belly suplex, Magnum TA hopes to lock it on the challenger, Tully Blanchard, here this evening. The world title on the line. Terrific night of action, sold out crowd here in Indianapolis. Cover here by Sam Houston 1, a 1 count only. These fans definitely happy in Indiana. Their team, the Colts, off to a 3-0 start. Zbyszko with a vicious clothesline, dropping Sam Houston. Zbyszko measures him, snaps the head down. And Zbyszko working the leg. Medusa looking on. She's liking what she sees. But Sam Houston battles back. Great move there by the youngster. The experience definitely favors the living legend, but the heart and charisma favors Sam Houston. Beautiful suplex. Fans, tonight we are going to draw the first 4 wrestlers in the Lethal Lottery event. I'll make that announcement later tonight. 60 men have their names entered in a hat. 4 will be drawn out. The first 2 will form a tag team, and they'll take on the other 2 men. Could you imagine if Houston and Zbyszko are teamed together? Great move there by Houston, up and over. Look out, Medusa. She was nearly hit by those 2 grapplers. And now they're battling on the floor. They have until the count of 10 to get back in. We do not want a double countout to open up the show. He throws Zbyszko back in. And Sam Houston wasting no time. Camel clutch applied, trying to force Zbyszko to submit. I think Houston knows the back might have been injured of Zbyszko when he landed on the floor. Zbyszko slips free. Big right hand there by Larry. And a forearm shot. He rocked him. And the youngster falls to the canvas. Went for the stomp. Nobody home, but that move landed. That kick right to the neck. And now Larry with a high-risk move. Unorthodox style for him. He usually keeps it to the ground. And now Zbyszko off the top rope. Flying clothesline. He connected. Nearly took the man's head off. And Houston crawls under the bottom rope. Pulls himself up by the top one. And now Houston spent. Zbyszko knocks him off the apron with that shot right to the breadbasket. And again, Medusa's lucky she did not get hit. Sam Houston went flying off the apron. Houston battling back. Shoulder tackle takes down Larry. Into the steel railing goes Zbyszko. Nothing but title matches. Nothing but title matches remain after this one. So definitely don't go anywhere following the conclusion of this matchup. Zbyszko going after the Adam's apple. Strike! He chopped him right in the throat. Zbyszko back in the ring. Could be looking for the brainbuster. Front face lock. That is his move. Puts him against the ropes. What's he going to do here? We saw him do this. Not again. Sam Houston's lucky he didn't have a broken neck last time. And Zbyszko's going to put it on him again. The pile driver off the ring and onto that hard floor. There is a thin padding up there. But believe me, it's very thin. Nothing but concrete below. And now Houston trying to fight back. Shoves Zbyszko off them. He's just trying to get back in the ring. Sam's got him. Throw him off the apron. Sam would take a countout win here. He's back in the ring. Zbyszko has 5 more counts before he's counted out. Medusa's yelling at him to get up. Larry's back in the ring. Sam Houston, beautiful drop kick right on the button. What a recovery by Sam Houston, who took a pile driver onto the floor. Single leg Boston Crab. I have never seen so much heart as what lies within Sam Houston. Slugging blow there by Larry Zbyszko. Larry's got him. Takes him to the ropes. Sets him up again. Houston battling back. Good southpaw. And a beautiful monkey flip there by Sam Houston. Cover. Hooks the leg. Looking for the upset victory. A 1 count only. And Sam Houston with the head scissors applied. Driving the elbow to the top of the head. And Sam Houston returns the favor from earlier with the belly-to-belly suplex. Great move there by young Sam Houston. He wants this victory here tonight. Both men top contenders to the TV title. Reversal by Zbyszko and a Russian leg sweep. Larry stalking Sam Houston. Middle of the ring. He's going for the brainbuster. Can Houston block it? Get the leg in there. He can't do it. He couldn't block it. And there's the brainbuster. Wraps up the leg. 1. Can Houston kick out? 2. Come on, Sam. He lost. Impressive win by Larry Zbyszko. Fans disheartened as they see Houston fall to the living legend. They wanted the youngster to win this one. So many people behind Sam Houston, but Larry Zbyszko just too much. His expertise, the experience comes into play, and he defeats Sam Houston here this evening. And he improves to 3-1-1 in World Championship Wrestling. And he is hoping to make a mark as he moves up the ladder. Impressive victory. Let's get the official word.
Here is your winner, the Living Legend.
Impressive win by Larry Zbyszko. Don't go anywhere. Nothing but title matches remain. Welcome back, wrestling fans. The World TV title is on the line.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. and is for the World Television Championship.
Arn Anderson to challenge the TV champion Dusty Rhodes, the very man who defeated him for the title weeks ago. In fact, Dusty Rhodes has been the champion for 28 days, nearly 1 month. Anderson comes in with a record, very impressive, 13 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws. Dusty Rhodes has 9 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Dusty leads the head-to-head series 2 matches to 1 in singles action. Anderson would love to even it here tonight, walk away with the title, become the first 2-time champion here in World Championship Wrestling. Anderson recovering from an injury. We saw him reappear last week attacking the American Dream. The fans let Anderson know what they think of him, and it is not a roar of approval. Thunderous ovation for the World Television Champion as they wait for him to make his way to the rampway here at Fall Brawl. Dusty looking for win number 10 here this evening. The Four Horsemen still operating on just 3 cylinders. Anderson, Windham, Blanchard, all in good health. In fact, we'll see Blanchard later tonight attempting to capture the World Heavyweight title from Magnum TA. Ric Flair still sidelined with an injury. Fans, I'm happy to report that the Road Warriors have nearly completed the terms of their suspension. On October 1st, they are eligible to return to action here in WCW. As you know, Hawk attacked referee Bill Scott, lost his cool. Let's go down to our ring announcer.
Introducing the challenger from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 225 pounds, the enforcer, Arn Anderson. Introducing the champion from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 270 pounds, he is the World Television Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
What a matchup this should be. A 15-minute time limit imposed on it, however. Rhodes hoping to move ahead 3 matches to 1 in the head-to-head series. Referee Bill Scott collecting the championship, presenting it to the challenger. To show it is on the line, he raises it high for everyone to see. This should be a great one. Both men equally skilled. Dusty with the strength and size advantage. Anderson, though, might have the edge in the technical skills. Good dragon screw there by the challenger. Anderson calling out to the crowd. Where's the love? He says to this sold-out Indianapolis crowd. Picks up Dusty Rhodes, has him up high. Beautiful move there. Punishing maneuver and a lateral press. Middle of the ring. Easy kick out there by the champion. Anderson trying to take him by surprise, I suppose. Good tackle there by Dusty Rhodes, and this boot lands right to the chest. Gut wrench. Good suplex there by the American Dream. We've seen him utilize that move in recent weeks. The Dream picks him up. Swinging neckbreaker. Great execution. Rhodes stomps the knee. Going to work on Anderson. Ankle lock here. Traps the leg, and also a great chin lock, trying to force the challenger to submit. Bill Scott checking in. Anderson says, I won't give up, and uses a great move to get out of it. Looking for the suplex here. Can he get him up? Yes, he can. Great execution by the enforcer. Kicked him right in the derriere. And Rhodes now in trouble. Anderson returns the favor, wrenching back on the chin, burying the knee into the lower back, but Dusty Rhodes easily slips free. Again, that size and strength advantage coming into play there. Anderson looked like he was going for the DDT early. It was countered by Rhodes. Beautiful atomic drop, spins him around, whips him into the corner. Charging in is Rhodes. Clothesline to the back of the neck. And Rhodes going for the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Anderson's got the bottom rope. Referee saw it and calls for the break. Great job by referee Bill Scott to see Anderson grab that bottom rope and break the count. Armbar here by the champion. James J. Dillon in the corner of the challenger. No one in the corner of the champion. Will that prove to be a factor? We did not see Medusa get involved in the last matchup. 1 count only. Anderson kicks out. But still just having that guidance at ringside, knowing that she's there if Zbyszko needed her, could have played a factor in the decision of that one. How that one played out, the outcome. Anderson now working away on Rhodes. Anderson has that same luxury. He can go to James J. Dillon, ask for any kind of strategical advice. Double arm suplex and bridge, but Rhodes' his feet were under the bottom rope, and referee Bill Scott again on the ball called for the break. Anderson pulls him away from the ropes and applies a great Boston Crab, really wrenching back. Almost seeing a little bit too much of Dusty Rhodes there. Good chop there by the American Dream. Anderson against the ropes, a good slingshot. Great execution there by Dusty Rhodes. And Rhodes now with that ankle lock again, trapping the leg. Tried to force a submission out of the challenger, but Anderson again somersaults him over. Great maneuver and a great counter. But Rhodes has him up. Can he get him up? And there's the pile driver. He planted him. Anderson rolls out to the floor trying to shake off the cobwebs. Anderson with a good left jab throws Rhodes into the steel barricade and now runs him back first into the steel. Rhodes collapses in a heap. Anderson throws him back in the ring. Now Double A calls out to the crowd, almost mockingly. Stomping the arm. That is the arm that Rhodes uses for the bionic elbow. Anderson trying to put that out of play, out of commission. Cover here by Rhodes. Easy kick out. Rhodes could not hold him down. Anderson with a kick to the midsection. Good backbreaker there by the challenger. And a leaping leg drop across the throat. Anderson now raining down right hands on the forehead of the American Dream as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the time limit. Front face lock. Sleeper hold by the enforcer. And Rhodes is fading fast. Referee checking in. Good escape there by the American Dream. The Dream again grabs Anderson. Hoisted him up. Great execution on the suplex. Rhodes now with a stomp right to the mouth. What's Rhodes doing here? Trapping the leg, or the arm rather. A version of the SDF submission hold. Or the crossface, you might say. Anderson's trapped in it for a long time. And Rhodes wrenching back, trying to force the challenger to give up. Anderson grabbing the wrist, trying to pry the hand away, and he does. Delivers a shot right to the mouth. Anderson went for the clothesline. Nobody home. The right hand missed as well. He is left-handed, so he does not have the dominant hand there in use. Rhodes suplexing the enforcer back into the ring. Stomps the arm. Rhodes again going for that suplex. Great maneuver. Picks him up. Good block there by Double A. I think Anderson was expecting that bionic elbow coming. He had it well scouted. Great counter there by the challenger. Good snake eyes there by Double A. Went for the clothesline. Good hot shot there by Rhodes. Another great counter. These two guys know each other so well. They know each other inside and out. That's why Dusty Rhodes has implemented some new maneuvers in his playbook. This being one of them. The third time Anderson's been trapped in it tonight, though. Anderson trying not to give up. Rhodes trying to force the submission. He wants to retain the title here this evening. Anderson flips him away. Anderson going out to the floor. He needs a breather. Dusty Rhodes in pursuit. Anderson just walking calmly over toward his corner. He'll talk things over with JJ, but Dusty Rhodes right behind him. Anderson from behind. Inverted DDT on that hard concrete. No padding where he landed. Anderson's going to DDT him on that hard concrete. Double A blasted him. He just busted open Dusty Rhodes. He needs to get him back in the ring now and pin him. Dusty Rhodes bleeding from the forehead. Anderson throws him face first into the steel. The count is up to 6. They've got to get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. Rhodes with an elbow to the midsection. Fighting back. He's back in. Anderson in pursuit. Anderson with a kick to the midsection. Good waistlock takedown. Spins around. Round and around he goes. Slaps him upside the head. Rhodes in trouble. The champion losing a lot of blood, and he finds himself face first on the mat. Anderson spins him over. Boston Crab. Rhodes is close to the ropes. Referee calls for the break. 6.5 minutes left in the time limit. Elbow to the top of the head. Anderson now picks him up. He wants the title. Great move there by the challenger. And now it's Anderson applying the nerve hold. That shoulder claw. Look at the blood streaming down from 2 different spots, it looks like, on the forehead of the champion. Rhodes now, high knee lift. Desperation move, just trying to fight back. Anderson rolls out to the floor. And Rhodes slaps the elbow. He wants to land it on Anderson here, that bionic elbow. Perhaps paying him back by busting open his forehead. It's eye for an eye when it comes between Rhodes and Anderson. They need to get back in the ring. Suplex here by Rhodes. 5.5 minutes left in the time limit. There's the elbow. He just plastered Anderson with it. Anderson, though, fighting back. The right hand. He threw Anderson up the rampway. Or excuse me, he threw Rhodes up the rampway. And now the elbow drop repeatedly. Elbow drop once more. Referee up to 8. Anderson needs to break the count. He slides back in before 9. Referee's yelling something at him. He doesn't have time to get back out to break the count. He'll win by count out. Rhodes retains the title. That is not how either man wanted that one to end, but nonetheless, Anderson evens the series with Dusty Rhodes, 2 matches apiece. It is time for the U.S. Tag Team title match. The Midnight Express taking on the champions Eddie Gilbert and Rick Steiner. And there's Jim Cornette, the manager of the Midnight Express, following his men to the ring. Things definitely not settled between Anderson and Rhodes, that's for sure. Rhodes lost a lot of blood in that matchup, unable to get back in the ring before the count of 10. You know, Anderson wanted to break the count, get Rhodes back in and pin him, but it did not work out that way. Referee Bill Scott yelled something at Anderson as soon as he got back in the ring. Whatever it was enough to distract him to where he could not get back out to restart the 10 count. So Anderson wins via countout. Rhodes still the champion. Tremendous match this one should be. I believe this one carries a 20-minute time limit. What an ovation for Missy Hyatt's group. 2 members of Hot Stuff International the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Rick Steiner and Eddie Gilbert. They have been the U.S. Tag Team Champions for 63 days. They are undefeated in tag team action, 4-0. The Midnight Express have 4 wins and 5 losses. These two teams they've never collided in tag team action. This is their first meeting. They have wrestled in singles action, and they are deadlocked at 1 win apiece. Let's take it down to our ring announcer.
United States Tag Team Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Sweet Stan Lane. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 457 pounds, Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express. Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Sweet Stan Lane, and their opponents, at a combined weight of 500 pounds, they are the United States Tag Team Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and the Gremlin Rick Steiner.
Bobby Eaton can boast of a win over Rick Steiner in singles action. Eddie Gilbert can do the same as he secured a victory over Stan Lane. U.S. Tag Team titles on the line. Beautiful Bobby Eaton will start things off against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And there you see the 20-minute time limit. Missy Hyatt in the corner of the champions. Jim Cornette in the corner of the challengers. Overhand wrist lock here by Eddie Gilbert. Trying to drive Bobby down. Good reversal. Good hammerlock there by Beautiful Bobby. Nice takedown there by Eddie Gilbert into the armbar. Grounds Bobby Eaton. Good escape there by Beautiful Bobby. They'll lock up again. Side headlock. Gilbert, good takedown. Great wrestling here on display between these two great wrestlers. Bobby Eaton backing away. There's a right hand right to the jaw. Fans did not appreciate that. Closed fist. Referee Bill Scott did not see it. Picks him up. Going for the suplex. Has him up. Beautiful move there by Eaton. And he'll make the tag to Sweet Stan Lane. Gilbert crawling over. Makes the tag to the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner. Steiner charging in. He is greeted with a knee to the midsection, followed up by a DDT. Stunning move there by Sweet Stan Lane. And some concern passing across the face of Missy Hyatt. Rolls him over. Cover. Hooks the leg. 1. The Midnight Express are former World Tag Team Champions. They would love to collect the U.S. Tag titles here tonight. And Lane going to the eyes, raking the face and the eyes specifically. And now stomps the arm of Rick Steiner. Into the corner goes Steiner. Steiner reverses it. Shoots him into the opposite corner. Steiner picks him up. Hangs him upside down in the corner. Trapping the legs, and Lane is caught. Steiner putting the boots right to the gullet. And now Steiner drags him toward the middle of the ring. Turns him over. Cover. Leg hooked. And Beautiful Bobby's there to make the easy save. Bobby grabs Rick Steiner. Referee needs to get him out of the ring. Eaton is not legal. He was not tagged. Steiner shakes it off. Throws him into the corner. Charging in. A knee right to the midsection. Follows it up with a boot. And Steiner now swinging over the top rope, delivers a leg drop to the back of the head. And the champion's looking dominant right now. It started out with the Midnight Express in control, but the champions have rebounded. Charging again, he's got Lane trapped in that corner. Lane can't get any offense at all going. But here he does, with the help of Bobby Eaton. Lane was much like the Cincinnati Bengals last week against the Minnesota Vikings. The Bengals didn't look like they had a clue what was going on. And the score indicated it, 48-10, a shellacking in Minnesota last week, handing the Bengals their first loss of the season. Beautiful DDT there by Steiner. He rocks Stan Lane with it, picks him up. Into the corner. Kick to the midsection. Great move there by Steiner. Steiner off the top rope. High risk move. An elbow right to the lower back. Hopefully for my sake, and for everybody else who likes Cincinnati Bengals, they win Monday night against Denver. Good elbows there by Rick Steiner. Tag made to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert now picks up Lane. He was going for the inverted atomic drop. Good counter there by Lane. And a beautiful DDT. Picks him up. Whips him into the corner. Charging in. He'll make the tag to beautiful Bobby. Double team coming up. Great high cross body there by Eaton. Lane just propelled him off the top rope. And a knee right to the face. Might have bloodied his mouth. Cover here by beautiful Bobby. Leg hooked. Middle of the ring. New champions. Near fall. Gilbert just kicked out. What a right hand there by beautiful Bobby. Now he has words for Missy Hyatt. She did not like it whatsoever that Eaton blindsided Steiner with that right hand. A shoulder claw applied on Eddie Gilbert. Things not looking good right now for the champions. They need to rally. Gilbert picks him up. So much dead weight there. Jawbreaker there by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Swift kick right in the mouth. And now Gilbert backs up and makes the tag to Dogface Gremlin. Bob Eaton trying to race back and make the tag to Stan Lane. He does so. Steiner's ready for him. Good takedown there by Rick Steiner. And the champion's looking strong right now. Steiner now yanks him into the corner. He just grabbed the leg and pulled, whipped him into the corner. And now dropping all the way down as he straddled him. Steiner with a big power slam. And now Steiner dragging him away from the ropes. Good heads-up move. Cover, leg hooked. But Eaton's ready to break up the pin. Jim Cornette also up on the apron, trying to distract the referee. Missy Hyatt yelling at Jim Cornette to get down. Tag made to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Did the ref see it? Yes, he did. Gilbert charging in, but Eaton was tagged in. Eddie Gilbert had to pull up as he saw the tag was made. He had Stan Lane in sight, ready to blast him. But he made the tag. And now beautiful Bobby with a backbreaker, devastating move, picks him up. Gilbert's bloodied. Gilbert's bleeding between the eyes. Tremendous suplex there by beautiful Bobby Eaton. And he is going up top, yelling at Rick Steiner. Missy Hyatt also having words with Bobby Eaton. Kick right to the face. And now Bobby picks up Hot Stuff. Side salto suplex, great execution. And again, Bobby Eaton yelling at Rick Steiner. Steiner gets up on the apron. Bobby knocks him right off. Missy Hyatt screaming at Bobby Eaton. Bobby Eaton on the top rope now. Alabama Jam. He traveled far across the ring. Cover. Steiner can't help him. We got new champions. We got new champions. The Midnight Express have just knocked off the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Fans are stunned. Look at Missy Hyatt. She is screaming. She's beside herself. But we have new United States Tag Team Champions here this evening in Indianapolis. Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express, your new champions.
Here are your winners and the new United States Tag Team Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express.
And the Midnights become the first team to hold both tag team titles here in World Championship Wrestling. Don't go anywhere. We have 3 more title matches remaining. Welcome back, wrestling fans. U.S. title on the line.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
The challenger, Barry Windham, makes his way to the ring. He comes in with a record of 5 wins and 5 losses. 2 of those losses were to Sting. Sting leads the series 2-0. James J. Dillon will be in the corner of Barry Windham. Missy Hyatt has totally lost it. She is in the dressing room yelling at Rick Steiner and even at Eddie Gilbert. I don't know if she's going to make it out here for Sting's big U.S. title match. As you know, she is his manager. She has come undone here this evening, unhinged. Sting has this big U.S. title match ahead. He'll be at a disadvantage if he does not have her in the corner. Sting has 8 wins and 2 losses and 1 draw. As I mentioned, he leads the head-to-head series with Barry Windham 2 matches to 0. Sting has been the U.S. champion for 63 days. I don't think Missy Hyatt's coming out. She's still back there for what I'm being told in the dressing room. She's in no condition mentally to help Sting. And yes, indeed, he's coming out alone. Lex Luger's not in the building. That is the other member of Hot Stuff International. He's not here. So Sting at the disadvantage with James J. Dillon in the corner of the challenger. What an ovation for the champion Sting. Let's send it down to our ring announcer.
Introducing the challenger from Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Barry Windham. Introducing the champion from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, he is the United States Champion. This is Sting.
Windham was defeated a couple weeks ago by the Stinger, submitting to the Scorpion Deathlock. Windham found himself trapped in it and, like so many men, unable to get out. U.S. title held high. It's on the line in this rematch. I spoke with Windham earlier tonight. He said it'll be different this time. He has a new game plan. 20-minute time limit in this one. And the fans behind the Stinger. Does he have an answer for the crowd support for his opponent? I don't think anybody in the house is rooting for Windham. Sting taking it to the challenger. Picks him up. Windham with a good block. A knee right to the midsection. And Windham looking for the suplex. Great execution. And Windham taunting the crowd. Look out, from behind, here comes the Stinger. He took his eyes off his opponent. And that is not a smart move, especially when your opponent is Sting. Grabs the legs, pulls him out of the corner. Sting taunting Windham. Letting him know that the fans are definitely behind him and he's going to work already on the legs. It worked for him the last time. If he can lock in that Scorpion again. Near fall. Windham just kicked out. If he can secure that Scorpion Deathlock again, he expects another submission win. Sting has been on fire, red hot as of late. Especially since winning that U.S. title. Cover here by the Stinger. One easy kick out by Windham. As I mentioned, Sting has been the champion for 63 days. So just over 2 months. Sting working over the leg. The first champion was the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff, who won the inaugural tournament. Good elbow there by Windham. Windham, double underhook. Flips him around. Beautiful backbreaker there by Barry Windham. Cover. One. A 1 count only. Waist lock. And a beautiful takedown. Kicked him right in the side of the head. Front face lock. Forearm shot. He blasted him. Grabs the neck of Sting and just whips him down. Now Windham. Good tumbling waist lock here. Shoves him to the mat. Kicked him in the posterior. Windham stomps the arm of Sting. Reversal here and a beautiful move. He rocked the champion. Lateral press. One. A 1 count. Sting able to kick out. Windham again just taunting Sting. He wants to capture that U.S. title, bring it into the camp of the Horsemen. As I mentioned, Ric Flair still sidelined with an injury. Off the top rope, he sustained that injury in that world title rematch with Magnum TA about a month ago at Beach Blast. Clash of the Champions 4. Windham's getting tied up. Rolls him over. Cover here by Barry. Referee slow to get into position. A 1 count. Great, good pinning move there by Barry Windham. We've not seen that from him before. As I mentioned, he told me earlier he has a game plan. And so far, it's coming into play. It's working well. Into the corner goes Sting. Charge again. Windham puts him up on the top rope. He might be looking for the superplex right here. If he lands it, we could very well have a new United States champion. Punishing move there by Windham. And there's the cover. Middle of the ring. A 1 count. Did not hook the leg. Windham wasting no time though. He's staying on Sting. Looking for a submission win over the champion. But Sting, so strong, uses a snapmare to break the move. Picks him up. Brother right hand. Sting's gonna rock him. Scorpion death drop. He planted him. That might be all she wrote for Barry Windham. No, Windham kicks out. Sting can't believe it. He raises both hands over his face in disbelief, but Sting looking for the Scorpion Deathlock. And he steps inside. Can he turn him over? Windham trying to block it. Can't do it. He can't do it. Windham's trapped in it. And Windham has no answer for the Scorpion Deathlock. He submits. And Sting retains the U.S. title. Sting caught him by surprise. Windham couldn't do anything to scout for that. Just out of nowhere, the Scorpion Deathlock applied. Windham didn't even see it coming. Look at this great roll-up earlier from Windham. 1, 2, 3. Should have had him right there if the referee had been in position. There you see the Scorpion Death Drop.
Here is your winner, and still United States champion. This is Sting.
We'll be right back. It is time for the World Tag Team title match. The Long Riders, Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin, to challenge the champions, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. The Long Riders come in with a record of 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. These teams have not faced each other in tag team action. However, the Riders lead the head-to-head series in singles action with 2 wins to 1 loss. So 2 wins and 1 loss advantage for the Long Riders over Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. And even that 1 loss was controversial. Ricky Morton pinning Black Bart, but Bart grabbed the bottom rope. Referee did not see it. Counted his shoulders down for the 3 count. The place erupts as the World Tag Team Champions make their way to the ring. Ricky and Robert, 8 wins and 1 loss. They have been the World Tag Team Champions for 63 days. They love the Rock and Roll Express here in Indianapolis and throughout the world. Let's send it down to our ring announcer. And we're trying to patch our video problems there. Everything's copacetic.
World Tag Team Black Bart, Bill Irvin, on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 535 pounds, Black Bart and Bill Irvin. Black Bart, Bill Irvin, and their opponents. At a combined weight of 469 pounds, they are the World's Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express.
What a matchup this should be for the World Tag Team titles. Still to come, the big main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tully Blanchard challenging Magnum TA. Black Bart will start things off for his team. Ricky Morton for his. Bit of a rematch here. 20-minute time limit in this one. And Black Bart wasting no time to show his dominance over Ricky Morton. Running him over. Spins him around. Tosses him into the corner. Charging in. Good forearm shot. Black Bart now has him up. Slams down Ricky. Ricky moves out of the way. Right hand there by Bart. He rocked him. Runs him right into the turnbuckle. Back first. And a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex and release. Has him up. Went for the chop. Good block there by Ricky. Ricky fighting back. Body slam. And he's going to make the tag to Robert Gibson. Gibson went for the right hand. Good block there by Black Bart. And Robert went crashing into the corner. Black Bart looking to prove something here tonight. But a monkey flip applied by Robert Gibson sends him across the ring. Robert with an inside cradle. Looking for a quick win. 1, 2. Black Bart just able to kick out. Ricky once back in. He's tagged in. Elbow right to the mouth. And Black Bart just ran him over with a boot, but a cheap shot applied by Robert Gibson from behind. Referee Bill Scott warning him. He said, don't try that again. Good power bomb there by Black Bart. Ricky trips him up. Now Ricky going to work on the leg. Morton has a great figure four that he uses. Whips him into the corner. This challenge was issued after the Long Riders attacked the Rock and Roll Express several weeks ago. Gibson from behind. Great execution on that backdrop. Cover. Hooks the leg. Easy kick out by Black Bart. The referee also said that he was in the ropes and would have called for the break anyway. Bart picks up Gibson. Drops him stomach first over the knee. And now Bart trying to regroup. Collect his thoughts. Front face lock by Bart. He directs Gibson into the corner, face first into that top turnbuckle. Tag made to Wild Bill Irwin. I think the first time we've seen him legally in the ring. And we are 4 minutes into this one. Stomps him. Might have hit the lower back. You saw Gibson grab the lower back. Good block there by Robert. Front face lock. Whips Wild Bill over. Wild Bill fared well against both Gibson and Morton in singles action. Drives the knee to the lower back. Right now, Robert Gibson dominating Wild Bill Irwin. The champion's looking strong. But right as I said that, the drop toe hold applied by Wild Bill Irwin. And now the armbar locked in. Drives Gibson down to the mat. Trying to break the man's arm by twisting it as he drove him down. Now Wild Bill winds up and delivers a great bionic elbow to the back of the head. Might have knocked out one half of the tag team champions. Elbow again. Wild Bill just picking him apart. Thank you again for watching all of our programs here on the American Entertainment Channel. Your subscription, likes, and comments mean the world to me, so please do all those if you haven't done so. Wild Bill breaks the count. Robert Gibson back in the ring. A little bit of cat and mouse there being played by both men, and is won by Wild Bill Irwin as he takes down Robert Gibson. 15 minutes left in the time limit. Gibson in trouble. Bill Scott asking him if he wants to give it up right here. Gibson shouting no. He rolls free and delivers two right hands to the mouth to break free. But Wild Bill ready for him, grabs him. He takes him away from his corner. Good smart wrestling here by the Long Riders. Great snapmare. Strong kick to the back. Robert Gibson rolls out to the floor. Black Bart ready for him. And here comes Ricky Morton over. Things breaking it down now. And Morton inadvertently hit his own partner. I think Black Bart shoved him in the way. And again, the Rock and Roll Express having trouble brawling on the floor with these Long Riders. Gibson's back in the ring. I think he's legal. I've lost. Yeah, he's the legal man. Right hand there by Robert. And a great backbreaker there by Robert Gibson. And they continue to fight on the floor. Robert Gibson going out to help out his partner. But that was backfired on him as Black Bart delivers a reverse suplex onto the floor. And now Gibson in trouble. Morton was being warned to get back into his corner by referee Bill Scott. Gibson ready for Wild Bill. Picks him up. Big right hand. He floored the challenger. And now Black Bart again grabs Robert Gibson. A suplex onto the floor. Ricky Morton coming over to help. Referee's got to restore some order. A drop kick, a glancing blow caught him. What a punch right to the breadbasket. I don't think Wild Bill's legal, is he? Isn't it? Yes, he is, I guess. 1. I thought it was Black Bart. This one's just breaking down. Referee needs to restore some order. Wild Bill fighting 2 men. And the Rock and Roll Express look worse for wear. What a right hand. And Wild Bill cleaning house. Ricky Morton rolling onto the bottom rope. He collapses onto the floor. Snapmare here by Wild Bill. Elbow to the top of the head. And the Rock and Roll Express are in jeopardy right here. We could very well have new tag team champions crowned. Thunderous clothesline. He floored Robert Gibson. He's looking for the bear hug, but instead exchanges it for the overhand wrist lock. Robert Gibson kind of moved out of the way. A good counter there by Gibson. And there's the inverted atomic drop. And Robert's looking for Ricky Morton to tag him. There's no one in the corner. But Wild Bill's in the same boat. There's no one for him to tag either. Gibson with a running bulldog. Great execution. And again, Gibson wants to make the tag. There's nobody there to tag. Morton is down. Robert taunting Wild Bill. Swinging neck breaker. Great execution. Cover. Hooks the leg. 1, but there's Black Bart to break up the pin. But Gibson delivers a stunning atomic drop. The inverted style. And now Ricky's getting up to his corner. Robert Gibson whips him in. Into the corner goes Wild Bill. Tag made to Ricky. Fans standing. They're going for the double drop kick. Can they land it? Yes! Right on the button. Morton with the cover. Wraps up the leg. Black Bart's down. He can't make the save. And the Rock and Roll Express retain. Hard-fought victory by Ricky and Robert here this evening over Black Bart and Wild Bill. They are still your World Tag Team Champions. Speaking of the Rock and Roll Express, a tremendously great title defense here this evening for Ricky and Robert. And fans, don't go away. We still have the big one to come. World title on the line. Magnum TA taking on his rival, Tully Blanchard. Let's take one more look at that double drop kick right on the button.
Here are your winners, and still the World Tag Team, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express.
Please don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Fans, during the break, Jim Crockett Jr. drew the first names for the Lethal Lottery. That match will be set for this Wednesday, October the 1st, as we kick off the Halloween Havoc Tour. And the first names drawn were Sid Vicious and the Warlord. What a tag team that's going to be. They're taking on Dutch Mantel and Manny Fernandez. Don't miss that for anything. I think we're going to aim for 11 a.m. start time, Eastern Standard Time, for that event. It'll just be one match. But what a match it's going to be. That is coming your way Wednesday, October the 1st. We're going to shoot for 11 a.m. But let's not forget, this main event here, Tully Blanchard has made his way to the ring. He will challenge for the World Heavyweight title. Fans eagerly await the arrival of the World Champion. Magnum TA has been the champion for 63 days, so just over 2 months. His record is 10 wins and 3 losses. Tully Blanchard has 4 wins and 5 losses. Magnum leads the head-to-head series 1-0. What a night it's been. We've seen the crowning of new U.S. Tag Team Champions. In the Midnight Express, beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane. Will we see one more title change here tonight? Let's go down to our ring announcer.
Introducing the challenger from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 241 pounds, Tully Blanchard. Introducing the champion from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Magnum TA.
It has been a so-so night for the Four Horsemen. Anderson picked up the countout victory over the TV champion Dusty Rhodes, albeit by countout. And so Rhodes retained the title. Of course, Windham did not fare well against the U.S. champion Sting. Can Tully Blanchard give the Horsemen reason to celebrate here tonight? Can he capture that coveted prize right there, the World Heavyweight title? 30-minute time limit in this one. And Magnum going low with a kick to the kneecap, taking Blanchard by surprise, whips him into the ropes. Both men collide. Went for the chop, nobody home. Blanchard with a forearm shot right to the head. And now the double underhook suplex by Tully Blanchard. Great execution. Baby Doll at ringside celebrating. And again, no one in the corner of Magnum TA. I'm very surprised that Dusty Rhodes is not out there in support of the world champion. But Rhodes was busted open earlier in that match against Anderson. And he is being treated, I've just been told he is being treated still by our medical team. And so that definitely answered my question. That is why Magnum TA is out here alone, taking on Tully Blanchard. Good drop down by the boss. Both men collide. Right hand there by Magnum. And a shot right to the back. Not sure if the audio picked up the rumbling sound. That was a helicopter flying overhead. I don't think it was a care flight. As some of you know, I live within 10 minutes of the Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. Russian leg sweep here by Magnum TA. Cover here by the world champion. 1, 2, near fall. Blanchard just kicked out. Good kick there by Magnum TA. Magnum drives the fist right between the eyes. Magnum now taunting the challenger. Picks him up. Throws him into the corner. Big clothesline there by the boss. And Tully rolls out of bounds. He needs a timeout. He is going right behind Baby Doll. He's putting Baby Doll between them. Magnum not liking that whatsoever. He's yelling at Tully Blanchard to be a man. Blanchard with a blind-sided blow there by Tully Blanchard. A good tackle. But Magnum's ready for him. Backdrop on the floor. Blanchard would love to capture that World Heavyweight title, but he can't do it on the floor. You can't capture a title by countout. And wisely realizing that, he's back in the ring. And he returns the favor with that shoulder tackle, running over Magnum TA. Magnum with the easy kick out. Front face lock here by Tully. Goes to the eyes. And now Tully, double underhook again. Great execution on that suplex. Baby Doll, James J. Dillon in the corner of the challenger. Magnum gets the shoulder up. Magnum again raking the face. And now looking for a submission win over the World Heavyweight Champion. The Four Horsemen currently titleless. Tully trying to change that tonight. Spins him around. A lot of people have speculated of whether Ric Flair would challenge Blanchard if Blanchard should win the world title. Flair is so used to being the leader. How would he respond if Blanchard walks away with the most prestigious title in wrestling here tonight? You would hope that he would be a team player and just focus on another championship, maybe the U.S. title held by Sting. when Flair does return. Blanchard whips the champion hard into the steel railing. And now throws the champion back in the ring. Blanchard in pursuit, turns him over. Looking for the victory right here. 1, 2. A kick out there by Magnum. Tully thought he had him. Flips him into the corner. Kick to the midsection. And now running the face of Magnum across that top rope. Front face lock by by Tully. Russian leg sweep. Lateral press. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. Another kick out by the boss. Magnum in trouble. Hurdles over the top rope. Tully helps him in the hard way with the hip toss. 5 minutes have elapsed in the time limit. 25 minutes remaining. Figure 4 leg lock here by Tully Blanchard. Perhaps an ode to Ric Flair, who's probably watching from home. I've heard nothing about the recovery of the Nature Boy. Hopefully he's doing okay. You never like to see any wrestler injured, regardless what you might think of him. Good move there by Magnum. Cover, leg hooked. 1. Might have him. Near fall, Blanchard kicked out. Regardless what you think of a man inside the ring and what he does, you still don't want to see him injured. Camel clutch here by Magnum, at least from an announcer's standpoint. Magnum following Tully out to the floor. Look at Baby Doll getting right in the way. She walked right in his way, and she's being yelled out here by Magnum. Magnum warning her. Baby Doll backing up. There's James getting involved. Now some words with him. Tully trying to slow down the tempo. Tully back in the ring. Magnum in pursuit. Magnum wasting no time. Good suplex. Baby Doll shrugging, thinking that was all for nothing. The distraction didn't help Tully Blanchard whatsoever, but that did. Good heads up move. Tully moved out of the way. Magnum leaping off the top rope but finding nothing but the mat. And there's the belly-to-belly suplex. That's got to be all. Wraps him up. And there's James J. Dillon. 1, 2. Had the man pinned. He had Tully pinned, but James J. Dillon distracting the referee. And Bill Scott warning him. He has issued a warning. Clothesline there by the champion. And a second. Magnum off the ropes. Big drop kick. Caught him right in the mouth. And now Magnum bangs the wrist against the mat. Picks him up. There it is again. For the third time, the belly-to-belly. 1, 2. And that's got to be all. Near fall. Tully just kicked out. Magnum looks stunned. He thought he had the man pinned. He'll go for the cover again. Leg hooked. 1, 2, and 3. No. Another near fall. Fans thought it was 3. Magnum sizing him up. He'll look for a 4th belly-to-belly suplex, but Tully met him with an elbow. Right to the mouth. And a good side suplex by the challenger. And the fans do appreciate Tully Blanchard's skills in the ring. Stomps the leg. And there's the figure 4 once more. This time Magnum's a long way from the ropes. Referee checking in, asking Magnum if he wants to call it quits right here. Surrender that world title. But no, he won't. He reverses it. And the pressure goes to the legs of Tully Blanchard, forcing him to break the hold. Magnum now whips him into the corner. Charging in. Vicious clothesline. Speaking of Sid Vicious, the announcement earlier, it'll be Sid Vicious and the Warlord. What a tandem that's going to be. Taking on Dutch Mantel and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez. Don't underestimate that team either. That's going to kick off the Lethal Lottery this Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and say at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll find that match right here on the American Entertainment Channel. Good hip toss there. Or rather, an arm drag. It was an arm drag delivered by Tully Blanchard. And now Blanchard fighting back in this World Heavyweight title match. What a right hand. He sent Magnum sailing to the floor. James J jumping up and down, celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. That's a feeling I'm not being able to celebrate yet as a Bengals fan. With Joe Burrow on the shelf indefinitely. Who knows if it'll happen this year. Figure 4 on the floor. That's added pressure with that concrete floor coming up to greet the legs of Magnum TA. Almost caught him Barry Windham. Tully's got to get him back in the ring. Face first into the side of the ring. Goes Magnum TA. Tully throws him in. And Tully going in for the kill. Just stomping the legs. Tully sizing him. Went for the right hand. Nobody home. What a chop there by Blanchard. And another. Blanchard spins him around. Has him up. Atomic drop. 10 minutes have elapsed in the time limit. Now less than 20 minutes remaining. Abdominal stretch here by Blanchard. Looking for a submission win over the world champion. Fans roaring. What a matchup for the title. Leaping leg drop by the boss. And now it's Magnum going to work on the leg of Tully Blanchard. Stomps the arm. Sets him up. Snaps the head down. And the world champion back in command. As I mentioned, Magnum has been the champ for 63 days. Went for the elbow drop again off the top rope. And Tully moved out of the way. The well was dry when he hit. Tully again. For the third time, the figure 4 leg lock. Magnum's close to the ropes. Magnum very close to the ropes. Needs to just reach out and grab that bottom rope to break the hold. I don't think Magnum's aware of how close he is. He's going to use the string. A lot of energy spent for no reason, though, as he turns it over and forces the break. Magnum favoring the leg, but so is Tully. Belly to belly, out of nowhere. I believe that's for the 4th time. Drags him to the middle of the ring. The leg is hooked. 1. What a kick out there by Tully. And Magnum is stunned. He has to be thinking, what does it take to defeat Tully Blanchard? Leg drop across the throat. Tully said he is focused. He's determined. I talked to him earlier, and that's what he told me. He wants that world heavyweight title. And now Magnum might be going for the belly-to-belly for the 5th time. And yes, indeed, that's got to be all. That's got to be it. 1, 2, counting down. No, another kick out by Blanchard. And Blanchard showing a lot of heart here this evening. He is earning the respect of the fans, whether they like it or not. And here comes another. This could be the 6th time. This could be the 6th belly-to-belly. There it is. He planted him. There's no way he kicks out again, but he does. But referee said he was in the ropes anyway. I saw Baby Dog jumping up on the apron as well, ready to help out her man. He has endured a tremendous amount of punishment here in the last few minutes of this matchup, but now he trips up the world champion. Vicious chop delivered, and a good forearm blast. Another chop. Magnum falls to one knee. Tully helps him the rest of the way down. But Magnum, so much resiliency, just battles back. What a fight for the world heavyweight title. A knee right across the throat. And a leg drop. He is working over the challenger right now. Measures him. Drives the fist right to the bridge of the nose. Might have busted it. Elbows. And again, to the shoulder. Trying to crack the shoulder. Chin lock here by Magnum TA. And they've been at it now for close to 15 minutes. Tully to his feet. Drives the elbow to the midsection. And again. Vicious chop. Right across the Adam's apple. He takes down the world heavyweight champion. Rolls him over. Drives the elbow to the chest. Tully working over the champion. Tully telling the referee to get down there and ask him, will Magnum quit right here? Magnum slips free. Magnum sends him face first into the top turnbuckle. And Magnum now grabs Tully. The fans tell the story 10 times. Magnum TA drives Tully Blanchard's face into that top turnbuckle. Stomps the arm. And Magnum again working on the throat. Dropping the leg. That could be all. Leg hook, middle of the ring. 2 and 3. No, another kick out by Tully. 15 minutes left in the time limit. Magnum picks him up. Belly-to-belly suplex. Could not hold him down for the bridge. Magnum's just spent here. He did not have enough energy to follow through with a pin. And a short arm clothesline by the challenger. He rocked the champion. And Tully's going for that figure 4 for another time. I believe we're up to 4 times. He's had it locked in on Magnum TA. And this time, Magnum's in serious trouble. The title's slipping away. I don't know if Magnum has enough strength to turn it over now. He's been locked in it for a long time. He might have to quit. But feeding off the energy from the crowd, he turns it over. And Tully's going to be forced to break the hold, or he might have his legs broken. Magnum again, middle of the ring. Belly to belly. Is that 7? I've lost count, but Magnum does not go for the cover. He is going after the legs of Blanchard. Likely, so Blanchard can't apply that figure 4 again. 1, middle of the ring. A 1 count is all he gets. Blanchard, just so strong. He came to fight here tonight. Fans standing. Magnum, again, the belly to belly. Are we at 8? Cover, leg hooked 1. Can he get out this time? No, he can't. Magnum retains. Hard fought victory for the champion, but a win nonetheless. He finally pins Tully Blanchard's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count. But he is spent. Fans, that's going to do it for us here this evening. I'm thankful that you tuned in. I hope to see you again here on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Wait a minute! There's Ric Flair! Ric Flair is at the ring! He's back in World Championship Wrestling! Ric Flair taking it to Magnum TA just pulled him out to the floor. Tully's standing by watching, encouraging Flair to work him over. I didn't know Flair was even in the building. He came running down the rampway as I was talking. I didn't even see him on the monitor until he hit the ring. He took down Magnum, then pulled him out of the ring, working over the legs. Now Blanchard's taking it to him. He's being double teamed. Come on, we need help for Magnum. Dusty's receiving medical treatment still. Ric Flair taking it to Magnum TA. And they're working over the leg. Tully's putting a figure 4 on him. Ric Flair just shoved down the ref. We're out of time.